Then man, then you got the offense. Now the offense looked great. Um, Tyler Huntley in the offense, they got well at first. They start off a little slow, but it got going. I think it was that second drive when Huntley threw that. Was it the second or first drive? Huntley threw that wheel route to Hibner. Hibner caught it. Hibner looked fast. The tight end Hibner, he looks fast. I know the Titans been struggling in training camp, as I heard, but man, see how fast Hibner looked, and he caught a few catches on Saturday night. But I wouldn't worry too much about the young Titans. I think they will come along. They will. Now Mark Andrews, he's the vet, so he gotta. I know he not playing in preseason, but as far as training camp, when I've been hearing him dropping passes, I know all of them been dropping passes, but he really been dropping passes. I think more than a young tight end. And that's a problem. Like, bro, you can't be doing that. You a veteran, nah, bro. But I know it's training camp, but still, we need you ready. You the vet. You and Smythe are the vets. Smythe is the blocking tight end. That's going to be like tight end / fullback. But you, Mark, we need you. We don't need that. We don't need you dropping passes, man. But like I said, the young tight ends are good. Even Cuevas caught I think a catch or two. He looked great. Now they probably got to work on their blocking, but I think they will get better at that. But like Hibner, watch out, Mark. He looks fast. He like almost like another Pitta, Dennis Pitta almost. Well, Dennis Pitta was more of like somebody will say he almost like Todd Heap. I ain't gonna say that. Somebody said that. I won't say that. Maybe like a Pitta or something. He can get downfield. He can get open. But Hibner looks fast. He looks fast. Tight end Hibner. Then also the offensive line, they was up and down. I think they still got some work to do. I know Emory Jones kind of had a rough night. Vega though, the right guard we drafted in the first round, official, sturdy, official. Looks nasty on the line. He like when they ran them 3-man rush on the offensive line, he didn't do like Falala did and just stand around and try to look. What he did was he went. Nobody crossed his face on his left because he's on the right. He's on the right side. The guy crossed his left. He went and helped out the tackle, knocked the guy down. It was quick thinking, and he just did it. Didn't think about it, nothing. Didn't try to figure out where he's going. Wasn't spinning in circles like Falala did. Thank God. We got the right draft pick. He looks official. He was throwing guys on the ground. He ran the ball and all that. Of course, they got work on picking up stunts, and I know all the veterans wasn't on the offensive line, but it'll all work out as they work on that. So. And then Carson Vincent, he looked decent. On the line. He looked pretty decent. He had some rough reps early on, but I think as the game went on, he got his feet wet. He got going, and he had some good reps at left tackle. So, Carson Wentz, he definitely looked better than last year. He looks way better. Who else, man? Center. I know Pinter took some snaps. He looked pretty decent. He looked pretty good. Gwen looked very good. A lot of people were saying Gwen looked pretty damn good. He might have the best night as being the center. Hibner, as Pinter, him, and Posick. Because Posick, I didn't realize Posick came in like I think the last part of the game, or not towards the end, but like one of the last quarter. I think maybe the fourth quarter or so. Because they still trying to work him in after that Achilles tear he had with the Browns. Gwen looks great. I see why we got him. And, that's Lefford's guy from Atlanta Falcons. So he looks pretty good, and he probably had the best night out all three centers. He had the best. And then they had Corey Bullock at right guard, so I guess they're not gonna try him at center. Maybe he's better as a guard. Never know. But I seen him at guard. Then we had 78, the other guy. He looked pretty decent. I forgot his name on the line, but they had a good decent night. The line, they got better as time went on, but they got work on the stunts, picking up the stunts. But I think they'll get that together. And then and then of course the offensive weapon of all weapons everybody been talking about, Jacoby Lane, official. Like I said, official. 3 catches. I think he had 36 yards. First catch was it a crossing route? It was either a crossing route or the one the hitch. I think it was a hitch or something. It was one. It was his first, but he looked great. Both catches, especially the crossing route. Even though it was like I think the Eagles had blown coverage on that. Caught the ball, no problem. Caught the ball, no problem. Like everybody been seeing in training camp. But the touchdown was great in the red zone. On that end cut route, caught it, hands extended. Jacoby Lane with the big hands he got, hands extended, caught the ball. And because his size, his being 6'4" and like 200 pounds, he broke like 1 or 2 tackles and stretched out and get to score the touchdown. And after that, when you see him after that, he proved his point. He might not even play in the rest of the preseason. If he does play, it'd be next game, but it'd just be like a series. That's it. He already proved his point. He's the third receiver. Then Tez Walker, he made a lot of catches on the in cuts and stuff. He made a lot of great catches. Tez looked great, looked fast. He was catching some good. He caught a lot of passes. And then what's his name? Then Elijah Surratt looked good too. Yeah, he had the fumble. That's kind of what Zay Flowers had trouble with the fumbles. It's because when you're trying to instead of going forward, you're trying to dance around and find, but you gotta be careful that people want to try to strip you, trying to take the ball away. So that's a lesson learned from Elijah Surratt. Other than that, he looks great, especially when that route when he got the defender. It was a defensive pass interference, or it was a holding on the defender, and he got defended with that head fake and went left. Head fake right and went left. Caught it still. Perfect. And he had another catch in the out. Ran down sideline line a little bit. He had a couple of great catches. Surratt looks efficient. Definitely he looks efficient. And then the other receivers too. Gilroy, I think Wade, Gilroy, all them guys looks great too. Now, the quarterbacks, Reed and the guy before Reed, Gano, I've got his name. I'm sorry if I messed up his name. I've got his name. The guy before Reed looks great. As a third stringer, them two gonna be duking out in training camp in preseason game. Who gonna get that third spot? Because both of them look great. But I think the guy before Reed looked nice too. He ran one in at the end, but the Gano, I've got his name. He had that one interception. He was late in the back of the end zone, but he was pushing the ball. He was getting the ball out. He had time getting the ball out. He threw the touchdown to Jacoby Lane. He might be our third stringer since Skylar Thompson got injured for the year with an injury. That's another thing. He got injured and he's on IR. But that guy, the second string after Tyler Huntley went out, they took him out of the game. He should be our third stringer. I think so. I think he should be our third string. And Tyler Huntley looked decent too. I know early on he was scrambling a little bit. He got sacked and all that, but he looked decent. He just had to get some live reps. But overall, loved it. It was a 24-7. Should have been a blowout preseason game, but all good. Loved it. Other than that, man, next week, well, this week coming up, fourth week of training camp, fourth week scrimmage with the Vikings, and I think the preseason game with the Vikings. So we gotta go up to Minnesota, scrimmage with them, with their first team and our first team, offense and defense, and we gotta go against them in preseason. And also special teams. Special teams look good too. Wester looks official, getting some yard. He's going to LaJohntay Wester going to run punt return back this year. Kick return too. Both this year. Watch. Blocking looks a little better. Shout out to Cocat. Tyler Luke. You missed the first field goal and you made the other ones, but man, you get it together now, bro. Get it together now. All the field goals in training camp you're making, that's cool. But when the pressure's on, bro, you better be ready. Either you gotta be close to a Justin Tucker or you're gonna be a Billy Cundiff, aka a Billy Cundiff, and your ass gonna be off the team. But anyway, this is D-STÄLS Extra Point. This is vlog 45. Training camp, third week, preseason, Philadelphia Eagles versus Ravens. Ravens win 24-7. Should have been blown out. It's all good. Let's head into next week. Let's do it.